Manscaped. You know, we like our friends over at Manscaped. They always keep us slim, trim, and always ready to blast off, aka take off, because we are galaxy travelers. Yes, we are. But ladies and gentlemen, this show, like a lot of our shows, are brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming. They specialize in keeping those delicate twins smooth, gentle, and friendly. User friendly, right? That's a nice way to put it. User friendly. And we also know it's still summertime. And during the summer, we got the hot guy summer. And more importantly, the performance package for those hot guys, which we're actually going to be giving two of those away in a little bit on this show. But that being said, yeah, you know how we cook it up, baby. You know, we got stuff for you now. But going back to that performance package 4.0, you know what's included in that thing. The Lawnmower 4.0 with the little like binking. We do that because it goes on and off. You need that. You got to be able to see. We know that, Deke. But then also you got the Weed Whacker, you got the Ball Reviver, you got the Crop Refresher. I mean, it's all type of goodies in that bag, and you got the travel kit, so that way you don't have to walk around with all this stuff. Look a little cool. Gotta look a little cool, man. But as we always do, it would not be, we don't talk about anybody unless we got action for you, and this comes in the way of a promo code, ladies and gentlemen. Use the promo code MOATS, MOATS. You get 20% off your purchase along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com.
Thanks, so.
Now, what about your Pro Bowl picks? Because I remember you.
Dotson.
No, it was another guy on the defensive side of the ball making his first, opening day start at linebacker supposedly this year.
Who are we talking about?
Talking about Spillane. You said he was going to be a Pro Bowler.
Did I say
you
Pro
definitely,
Bowl?
for a fact, you said Pro Bowler. Yeah, that's confirmed. You said Pro Bowl.
I might have.
You definitely said that. Yeah.
Well, listen. Didn't I say he could?
Yes, you said Pro. No, you said he will. You said I'm calling it now. Dotson, All Pro. Spillane, he'll be a Pro Bowler. I'm not nervous at all. And this is back when I was on my panic mode. Like, man, Devin still, because I wanted to say OTAs round, because Vince I don't think Vince retired. He might have just retired, but you were like, yeah, man, Spillane, we're good. Pro Bowl. I was like, man, all right.
I thought I was more concerned or thinking about like how could we both guys potentially make the Pro Bowl.
I don't know, but either way, you said Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Either way, I was excited about Spillane. I thought he was going to perform pretty well. And like, what would his path have to be to make the Pro Bowl? Like, triple digit tackles,
absolutely,
et cetera, et cetera.
Ton of splash. Because that's kind of what the conversation went into in terms of like, to get to the Pro Bowl as an off ball inside linebacker, you got to have all of this. But that's a lot. That's a lot, man.
Yeah, that was disappointing last night. It was, because to have the moments that we had with Spillane last year, it sucks then to all of a sudden within a half a year period, 6, 7, 8 month period to just be like, all right, we're ready to move on. It like blows. It sucks.
Now, I'll say this. I don't necessarily think that the Steelers are ready to move on from him, because I do think that he will be that third LB, right?
Definitely.
Now, I don't know, like in terms of playing time, what that accounts to, but if somebody were to go down, he will be that first guy. But Spillane as your third guy, that boosts your depth that much more, right? Now, the issues that he's been having in coverage these first two games versus the reports from training camp, right? We can just break this down, because I know some people say, well, man, they were lying about Spillane in camp. Man, no way he was looking that good in camp if he's coming here looking like this in the games. Well, the way it works is like this, man. In camp, you're familiar. I know you. I see you every day. I've been seeing you since OTAs. I've been seeing you since minicamp, right? So you start to build a mental file on a player. Okay, I got Deke today. Okay, well, Deke is a fast player, but he's not really good laterally. So I know if I get hands on him early, I can win, or I need to give myself a ton of space, but I don't have to worry about any double moves. I can formulate that in practice. I see you enough. I see you go against other guys every day. So now when it's my shot, I'm going to look good. I studied you. And he can do that, right? In practice, because he knows his guys. He knows this dude. I know that. I know this drill. I know what the expectation is. You're familiar. Now in the preseason games, we said it last week, right? You don't get that scouting report. You don't know who you're going against. You don't know how fast this guy, how big this guy really is in person until you get there. And now you don't have that luxury of being familiar. Now you got to rely on your technique, your fundamentals, and athletic ability. Now, technique and fundamentals, Spillane still plays with really good And he's really good in that department. But we know athletically, that's where he is limited. So when you get these preseason games where it's not a lot of game plan, where it's just hop off the bus, athlete to athlete, vanilla calls on offense and defense, you can struggle in that scenario if you get a bad matchup, if you aren't perfect with your fundamentals and technique. And that to me has been what we've been seeing with Spillane. But once again, I'm glad that it's happening now. Because if that had to happen for us to bring in more depth inside in terms of bringing a Joe Schobert, and not even depth, but just bring to upgrade that position.
They made the call mid-game.
Not if they made it mid-game, but like leading up though, honestly, like leading up, because they know the same things that I know. For everything that I talk about, trust me, Coach Tomlin is a lot smarter, you know? So if I'm seeing these things, he for a fact is seeing those things as well. And Kevin Colbert is seeing those things. They understand the difference between what a guy could look like in practice versus that Hall of Fame game. And you're saying to yourself, okay, we can either make excuses for it, and we call that seeking comfort, or we can say this is what it is, and now we can find a solution for it. And I think that's kind of what they did with that position group right now.
I remember you bringing up this point kind of last week with the Hall of Fame game and Spillane's performance. Because he's not really checking out tape on preseason guys.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's his advantage. You talk about the fundamentals, technique, and studying up on guys and knowing where to be. Yeah, are you just banking on that throughout the regular season, that something changed from preseason to that point till week one? I guess not. Like you said, because what matters is the games. And as much as preseason doesn't matter, that's all we have right now.
Well, and preseason doesn't matter for certain players. Ben Roethlisberger, it doesn't matter. Minkah Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt, it doesn't matter. Robert Spillane, it definitely matters. Robert Spillane doesn't even have 10 starts yet in his career. So, yes, the preseason is pivotal for guys like him that are either trying to make rosters or make that jump to be a starter. That is proven during the preseason, unless you've already done that. Once you've already done it, you don't have to worry about the preseason. But for the majority of the guys, it's probably 90% of the roster, or we'll say 85% of the roster. The preseason is very significant for them. And Spillane definitely is one of those guys, man.